Okay. Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Colin Simmons and it's my absolute pleasure to be here this evening in the UK to present an opportunity to you that I saw just over 6 months ago. So before I get started, I always like to say hi to everybody. So please feel free to unmute your mic, give me your name and tell me where you are in the world.
Hi, I'm Darren. I'm from Bournemouth, south of England.
Welcome to the call, Darren.
I am Monica from London.
Oh, say that again.
I am Monica from London.
Welcome, Monica from London.
I'm
Trevor, Sydney, Australia.
I'm
Welcome,
Abedul
Trevor
from
Sydney,
Nigeria.
Australia.
I'm Elizabeth from Bristol.
Birmingham.
Oh, we've got Tony from Birmingham. We've got Elizabeth from Bristol, all from the UK.
Courtney,
Welcome.
not Tony, Courtney.
Oh, welcome, Courtney from Birmingham. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome
Veronica
to the call.
from the UK.
Welcome, Veronica from the UK. Welcome to the call.
I'm Abed from Nigeria.
Oh, welcome from Nigeria. Welcome to the call. So we have Sydney, we have Nigeria. Anybody else internationally you'd like to say hi?
I'm also saying hello. I'm Taiwo from Nigeria.
Welcome to the call. I couldn't quite hear where you're from, but it sounded far away.
Nigeria.
Welcome to the call.
My name is Taiwo.
Welcome, Tayo.
More or
Welcome to the
less.
call. Okay, thank you all for saying hi. I'm now going to get on with the call. I'd ask you if you just mute your mics now so we can have a nice, clear presentation. And yeah, okay, let's go share screen. If one of the co-hosts can tell me you can see my screen, that would be very useful.
Yes, buddy.
Thank you. Please keep an eye on the chat to make, well, on the mics to make sure everybody stays muted for me.
Yeah, sadly, I'm not on my computer.
Okay, all right. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the People's Project. It's a great title, first of all, for a project, because this really is about the people. As you can see on the left-hand side there, you've got a picture of the globe, you've got people all connected, and that's really what this is all about. And hopefully you'll get that from the end of this presentation. Now, before I get started, I have to ask you please to keep your mic on mute. I say that so that we get a nice clear presentation so that everybody else can hear what's being said without any interruptions. And I'll do my bit. And again, if you have any questions as I go through this presentation, I'm going to ask you to wait until the end of the presentation to write down your question. The reason I say that is as I go through the presentation, I may well answer your question further on. All right, so the information I'm going to share with you today is not financial advice. I say that clearly because I'm not qualified to give anybody financial advice. What I will share with you, though, is from my own experience and my own personal opinion of this opportunity that I saw. So I urge you to do your own research on the information you're going to see here today. Get back to the person that invited you, get all your questions answered. So what is this all about? Well, let's first of all look at the problem that we have. Now, this is, I think, a global picture that we will all recognize. You know, everybody is trying to find a solution to this global economic problem that we see. We all see that our groceries constantly rise. We all know that petrol doesn't go down in value, it's forever going up. Our energy bills are constantly going up. Our mortgage and our rent is constantly going up. The inflation is unbelievable. In fact, it's hyperinflation. And there we are sitting at our kitchen desk trying to work out how we can cope with these increases, especially when we look at our wages, it's not going up. So how do we solve this problem? We may get a second job. We may get a third job. We may have to look for an online business. We may have to give our money to a company online, and then it's fingers crossed that they're going to be there the next day to pay us. We've all been there. We've all seen it, I'm sure. So one solution that I've seen, and this was taken from a newspaper, from the Daily Telegraph newspaper, back in August of 2022. They ran an article talking about the pleas for families. People are saying, how can I solve this global problem I'm suffering myself? How can I get more money into my home to pay for food, to pay for these bills? So people are resorting to crowdfunding platforms. This article states that GoFundMe, which is probably the most well-known crowdfunding platform, has seen an increase of about 183% year on year on the amount of people that are fundraising just to get funds in to survive the cost of living. So people are not just fundraising for this charity or for that charity like it used to be. People are now saying, I need help. Please help me, friends and family, to raise as much money as I can so I can pay my bill and put food on my table. Now, the problem I see with this solution is the way a traditional crowdfunding platform works. And that is, you have to put your story out there on the internet. You have to then promote your link, your page, and share it with all your friends and family so they all see your story. And then it's fingers crossed and hope that they're going to donate to you. Now, let's say they do donate to you and you reach your target, which could be £5,000, it could be £10,000, whatever it might be. The fact of the matter is, GoFundMe and the other traditional crowdfunding platforms will take a fee out of the money that you actually raise. That's why they're there. They're in business. So they will take their fee once you've hit your target, and then they'll give you the rest. Now, the thing about you having the rest is that once that campaign is finished, it's now finished. The problem is that your bills are going to keep coming in month after month after month after month. So then it means you then have to do that same crowdfunding project again. You'll need to start a whole new campaign again. And you're then going to have to promote it again. So to me, it's not really a good enough solution. We actually need something a bit better. But the idea of working with a crowd of people is a solution, because we are all connected via the internet from all over the world. So we're now using the power of people to solve this problem. And here's a solution I'm going to talk about today. It's called the People's Project. And as you can see on the screen, the first thing I must make very clear is that the People's Project is not a company. It is not like GoFundMe or any of those other crowdfunding companies. This is a project for the people that's run on the right-hand side there, the Binance Smart Chain Network. Now that quite simply is a cryptocurrency network where the funds will move from one person to another. But it's important to understand that there is no company here. It's just software. There's no CEO taking his cut or her cut from all the contributions that go around the world from one person to another. The People's Project is an invitation only. It's private. You shouldn't see this promoted all over Facebook or all over YouTube. It's a person-to-person invitation. It's spreading like wildfire because it's a one-time out-of-pocket $28 US, which is around about £25. So you contribute £25 to the People's Project community. That's it, one time out of pocket. Now, my own experience, this next part is probably the most important part, is that it's a fully automated system. I've been around long enough personally to have worked with many, many companies on the internet where the CEOs of these companies have ran off with my money. Sick and tired of that. You'll see here that this is beautiful because nobody can run off with anybody's money, which is real important. So who created the People's Project? Well, it was created by a guy called Larry Smith, who lives in Texas. Now, Larry Smith has run a similar project to the People's Project for the last 15 years, and he's been doing this manually, tracking who's going to send a contribution, who's going to receive a contribution, from his computer and using spreadsheets. Now, Larry set up his private project, which cost $500 to join. A colleague of mine said to Larry, your system that you've been running for 15 years is fantastic. It's still running today, I believe. But I want to actually take that same system you've got, put it onto the internet using blockchain technology, so we can open this up to people all over the world, which means we can reduce the contribution level. And that's exactly what they've done. And that's exactly where we are today. Larry's mission is very simple. His idea was to help as many people as he can from all over the world, from all walks of life. All you need is access to the internet and $28 to get started. That's it. No other funds are ever needed to be part of the People's Project. This project, again, is also for people like myself. And that's people that have tried many, many opportunities over the years where we've been let down by CEOs of companies, where they've got to a certain size and then they disappear overnight. And if you've been involved in cryptocurrency, you know this happens a lot. In 2022, this year alone, I have many friends that have lost lots of money because companies have disappeared overnight. And again, we're all sick and tired of seeing people getting hurt over and over and over. So to be very clear, the People's Project does not have the ability to hurt anybody financially, and it never will. Because you contribute one time out of pocket, $28 US. That's it. Hopefully you'll see as I go through this presentation that the upside for being part of the People's Project is huge. So let's look a bit deeper at what the People's Project is all about. But first of all, it's a peer-to-peer crowdfunding system. It's not like GoFundMe, which is also a crowdfunding system where you have to go through the middleman, which is GoFundMe or Just Giving, or to name a few. The People's Project is peer-to-peer, which is person-to-person crowdfunding. So that means that the donation goes from one person's wallet directly to another person's wallet. 100% of that donation goes from one person directly to another person. There is no middleman in the middle taking their cuts. There is no company deciding whether or not you can receive a contribution. It happens automatically. And as I've said already, one time out of pocket, $28 US. So who am I talking to you today? Well, I'm Colin Simmons. I'm from Birmingham in the UK. I've been involved in home-based business for over 30 years. I've tried all sorts in my time, from skincare to nutrition to perfume to telecoms to gas and electric. I have done it all with the same goal as probably everybody else, to produce that residual income. Now, I've done very well in my time, especially in the crypto space since 2015. But I've also lost a lot of money in the crypto space because companies have just disappeared overnight with my Bitcoin. Fact. It's to the point where I won't put funds into a project like that ever again, because I'm afraid that if people are running that company, sooner or later, they will disappear with my money. I wanted something different. And I found the People's Project by accident. I reached out to a contact of mine in Canada, a guy called Joe Mohammed, and we talk about business. And he stopped me in my tracks and he said, Colin, have you seen the People's Project? And I said, no, what's that? He said, have you got 4 minutes to watch a quick video? I said, absolutely, send it to me now. So he sent me the video. I watched the video and I could see straight away that the People's Project is something that will help a lot of people. I saw that he didn't even explain this to me. He just sent me a video. So I reached back to him and said, I like what you just shared with me. Now tell me more about how this works. He said, right, so I'm going to send you another video. It's a bit longer, it's 10 minutes, but this shows you how it works. So I watched that 10-minute video and fantastic it was. He showed me exactly how it worked. But now when I look at what Joe did with me, he didn't stand there or on the phone trying to explain to me how this works. He sent me 2 videos. What he's just demonstrated was a very simple system. Now, if you've been involved online yourself, you'll know that if a system is simple, it's doable by people. And if it's doable by people, that's when it goes viral. So what are we talking about here? Can you ask anybody a simple question? Have you heard of the People's Project? And when they say no, you say, can you watch a 4-minute video? They should say yes. You send them the 4-minute video. Now, they'll either like it or they won't like it. If they don't like it, it's not really a big issue. You've just sent them a 4-minute video. But at least now they know what you're doing. So in 6 months' time, they may come back to you and say, oh, you told me about the People's Project. I've had a few people talk to me now. Now tell me how you're doing. That's when somebody says no. Or they might go, wow, tell me more about this. And that's normally when people go, oh my God, I can't explain it. Now we know you can send them a 10-minute video that explains it so they haven't got to do anything. We keep it that simple. And this is why the People's Project in the last 6 months has exploded around the globe. Probably because of the timing of what's going on around the globe as well. That's my own opinion of why I think this has grown like it has. So the video that I saw, which explained how it worked, I've taken some screenshots of that video, and I'm going to break it down so you get hopefully a better understanding of actually how it works. So as I've said already, we all contribute $28 to join the People's Project. Of that $28, $3 is the only money that goes to the admin team. Now, the admin team are the people that put together the website. They're the people that run the servers, so somebody has to look after the servers and make sure the code is all working the way it should. And the $3 also goes towards the gas fees or the transaction fees that happen every single time crypto is moved from one wallet to another. Now, if you've been involved in crypto, you know that $3 isn't going to get you very far when you're sending crypto from one place to another, especially forever. So we spend $28 one time out of pocket, never have to spend another penny out of our pocket, and $3 of that $28 is used, as I've just said, for those three things. So that leaves you $25. $25 lets you sit in the holding tank. That $25 stays there until the code or the software is ready to distribute that $25 because you've done what needed to, the action needed for that to happen. So what happens now is you're in the holding tank. Your role now is to share the People's Project with a minimum of 2 people. 2 people that you speak to that want or need more money. 2 people that you say, have you seen the People's Project? And they go, no, you share the video and they go, wow, I'm in. So the 2 people you share this with, they both contribute $28 into the People's Project. The system knows that they've joined from your link. So the system knows that you've shared this with 2 people. The system will automatically move you out of the holding tank and onto board number 1. Your goal now is to help your 2 people also get onto board number 1 like you. So these 2 will be in the holding tank. As soon as they share it with 2 people that they know, they follow you onto board number 1. So all 3 people on here you can see have shared the People's Project with 2 people, and that's why they are on board number 1. So the 2 people that position 2 and position 3 have shared it with, they're still going to be in the holding tank. So their role now is to help their 2 people also come out of the holding tank and join you all on board number 1. Now that, folks, is what you call a completed board number 1. Every person that's on board number 1 here has shared the People's Project with a minimum of 2 people. So in other words, you know there's going to be 2 people under position 4, there's 2 people under position 5, 2 people under position 6, and 2 people under position 7. So there's going to be 8 people there, plus these 4, plus those 2. A total of 14 people would be needed for you to complete your board number 1, because everybody is at the top of their own board. So this guy here is the top of his own receiving board, if you want. This person is at the top of his receiving board, and the first 2 people on his board are these 2 people, but they happen to be on your second level. The nice thing you're going to see about this is that every board will look exactly the same. We're talking about board number 1, and you will see there's going to be quite a few boards, but they've all got the same structure. They only ever go down 2 levels. Once position 7 is filled, and you can see that every position on here is $25. So that's $100 on this line. And this line I will call the donation line. These 2 will be half of the donation line of the person above this person here. So these 2 will be on the donation line of the person above. But we're looking at this person's board. So this is his donation line. There's $100 worth of contributions that are going to be distributed automatically. So no need to click on withdraw. It happens automatically as soon as that position 7 is filled. So the software will automatically send $25 straight to your MetaMask wallet because this is your board. It will also add up positions 5 and 6 together, which is now going to be $50. And it's going to use that $50 to get you onto board number 2. And what actually happens in effect is $50 is going to go to somebody on board number 2. Somebody in the community that you might not know, but they're going to receive $50 basically from you through the system as a community. Now, the last position, position 7, is used to re-enter you back into a brand new board number 1. So we can do this all over again. Now, your brand new board number 1 can be filled by anybody else that you personally know, the next 2 people that you want to personally introduce to the People's Project, or it can be your existing people here. When they complete their board number 1, they will follow you back onto your brand new board number 1. So you could actually only ever introduce 2 people ever to the People's Project and go from board number 1 all the way through all the boards, only introducing this to 2 people as a minimum. Now, once again, once position 7 is filled, the software will automatically distribute these funds. Oh, hold on, no, sorry. Board 2. So board 2, as you can see now, is a $50 board. Now, to get onto board 2, you have to complete board 1. So once position 2 has completed his board 1, he follows you onto your board number 2. Once this lady completes her board number 1, she follows you onto board number 2. That's why she ends up there. And once their people complete their board number 1, they follow their sponsor onto board number 2. So that's how people get to board number 2, by completing their board number 1. And they've all contributed $50 to get onto board number 2. And it's not come out of pocket. It's come from the system, what they would have received from the People's Project, from the community. Once position 7 is filled, you can see now that this donation line is now complete, but this time it's 100 plus 100, that's $200 are going to be distributed to the community. Position 4, $50 goes straight to your MetaMask wallet. So now you've received way more than you've contributed in the People's Project already, and you're only on board number 2. Position 5 and 6, $100 is now used to get you onto board number 3. Now think about that for a second. That means that $100 has gone directly from your wallet, effectively, directly to somebody else's wallet on board number 3. Imagine receiving $100 from somebody you don't know through the software. As a community, this is what we're doing. Position 7 is used to re-enter you back into a brand new board number 2. So we can do this all over again. So now you've got board number 1 running for you all the time, and you've got board number 2 running for you all the time, and you just started a brand new board number 3. All the boards are independent. They all pay out when they complete. So all we're doing in general is we're going to go up one step at a time. We first got to come out of the holding tank by sharing this with 2 people. We're then going to get onto board number 1. When we do that, we're then going to help our 2 people also get onto board number 1. They follow you. Then we help their 2 people get onto board number 1. You've now completed your board number 1 and you moved up to board number 2. We help our team get to board number 2, pushes you to board number 3. You help your team get to board number 3, pushes you to board number 4. I hope what you hear from me here is it's about a team. It's about a team build. You cannot do it on your own. You have to work as part of a team. So we go from board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're all on all these boards all of the time because there's always a new board number 1 and a new board number 2 when you complete a board. And we go from board 1 all the way to board 14. That's the highest board. We do that as a global team. You cannot do it on your own, as I've said already. Now, before we look at board number 14, let's look at halfway. This is board number 7. Now, this board is a $1,600 board. But the first thing I want you to see is it's only ever 2 levels deep. Okay, it's not one of these systems where all the money flows up to somebody at the top. It only ever flows up 2 levels. It's only ever 2 levels deep. But every single spot here now is people have gone from board 6 onto board number 7. And now they've all contributed $1,600 to get onto this board. And it hasn't come out of pocket. It's come from the automated system. The donation line here now is worth $1,600 plus $1,600 plus $1,600 plus $1,600. That's $6,400. And automatically, $1,600 goes straight to your MetaMask wallet. And remember, your MetaMask wallet is a private wallet. It's your wallet that sits on your phone or your desktop. Nobody can touch whatever funds you've got in your private wallet. So when $1,600 goes into your wallet, it's there for you to do with what you wish. Position 5 and 6 added together is $3,200. That automatically is used to get you onto board number 8. Now think about this for a second. Look at your life today and tell me, would $3,200 make a difference to you if that landed straight into your MetaMask wallet? I think it'll make a huge difference to a lot of people around the world. Once again, position 7 is used to re-enter you back into board number 7, a brand new board number 7 again. Now, the other thing I must point out is that when you use position 5 and 6 to go to the next board, you only ever have to use 5 and 6 to do that once. The next time you complete this board, positions 4, 5, and 6 all go to your MetaMask wallet. So you're now going to receive 3 times as much. I believe that's the next slide. Yes, it is. So every time you re-enter on a board, you're now going to receive 3 payments instead of just the 1. So board number 1, the second time you complete it and every time thereafter, it's $75 goes straight to your MetaMask wallet. Board number 2, the first time you complete it, $50 goes to your wallet. Then the second time it's going to be $150. And every time thereafter you complete board number 2, $150 goes straight to your MetaMask wallet. Board number 3 is a $100 board. First time, $100 into your wallet. Then every time you complete it after that, $300 goes into your wallet. You can see the numbers. Now let's look at board number 8. This is a $3,200 board. First time, it's just a single one that goes in, $3,200. Then the second time you complete board number 8, and every time you complete board number 8 thereafter for years to come, you're looking at receiving 3 times $3,200, which is $9,600 straight into your MetaMask wallet every time you complete board number 8. And obviously the last position, number 7, re-enters you back in, so you can do that all over again. And this happens on every single board. So this is just a quick picture showing you all 14 boards. As I've said already a few times, at board number 1, you get onto board number 1 by sharing with 2 people to get out the holding tanks to get onto board number 1. When you complete board number 1, $25 goes straight to your wallet. And as I've said, every other time you complete board number 1, $75 will go to your wallet. I've already gone through the first 8 boards. I look at board number 9. First time you complete board number 9, $6,400 goes into your MetaMask wallet. Then every time after that, it's $19,200 that goes straight into your MetaMask wallet. Board number 10 is $12,800 going straight into your MetaMask wallet. Would that make a difference to you? Would the second time you complete board number 10 and every time thereafter, $38,400 straight into your MetaMask wallet? Would that make a difference? And remember, we're talking about code. We're talking about software. I'm not talking about having to work even harder. I'm on about a system that works automatically. You just got to get that ball rolling to go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4. When you look at board number 13, first time you complete board number 13, because you've helped 6 of your team get to board number 12, you're going to receive $102,400 straight into your MetaMask wallet. Then every time you complete board number 13, it's $307,000 that goes into your MetaMask wallet. Believe it or not, but it's just software. It just works automatically. Now, board number 14. Well, firstly, there's no board number 15, so you haven't got to use positions 5 and 6 to go up to board number 15 because there isn't one. So straight away, the first time you complete board number 14, you're going to receive three payments, which add up to a total of $614,000. It's going to go straight into your MetaMask wallet for you to spend how you wish. And the last payment is used to reopen a brand new board number 14, so you can do that all over again. So these figures that you're seeing on here, these contributions that you can see on here are not a one-time deal. This is something that's been running for this system has been running for 15 years. If you add up all 14 boards together, which we can see on the screen here, it comes to $1.2 million. So you tell me, where can you start a project like this for $25 out of pocket and look at receiving $1.2 million? If it took you 5 years to get to board 14 and have accumulated $1.2 million, I ask you, would it be worth it? Especially when you come out of pocket $28. Hopefully you would say, well, yeah, absolutely, it would be worth it. So why does this work? Well, this works because we're using the power of people. We are looking, because it's software, to make this work, you have to be able to find 2 people with the same intention as you. It's 2 people who want or need more money. And I think you would agree in today's climate, there's going to be a lot of people that want and need more money. It's not 2 people that want to join and then do nothing. Because the beautiful thing about this system, if you join and do nothing, you sit in the holding tank. You don't even get onto the receiving board number 1. So you have to find 2 people with the same intention. And those 2 people, it's the same for them. They need to find 2 people with the same intention. So we end up with a whole community of people, all with the same intention, looking to grow the global community all over the world, obviously. And the thing is, this is working. Now, just to recap, I've gone through all the 14 boards you can see on the left-hand side. Now, if you only got halfway down these boards, board 9 or 10, would that kind of sum make a difference to you? When it all starts from board number 1. We know that this has been around for 15 years already, but the system that we're using has been around for 15 years. The People's Projects itself, being online, is very, very new. I think we're less than a year old. But already it's spreading around the world because we're using the power of the internet combined with the power of people. And we know that it's only out of pocket $28 one time. None of this monthly auto ship, having to put more money in all the time. It's one time out of pocket. And we know to make this work, we need to share this with 2 people. If we don't share this with 2 people, then we stay in the holding tank. And nothing happens until we get out of the holding tank. So all that it means that your $28 is sat in the system waiting to be instructed where to go. And that instruction happens by code when you come out of the holding tank. As I've said already, I've been online since a long time since the internet started. And this is without doubt the best system I've seen of people helping people. that is the end of the presentation. Okay, I hope that has actually made sense to everybody. It's a very short and quick presentation. Some of the usual questions that I get when I talk to people about the People's Project is someone will say to me, oh, it's a Ponzi because there's no product. And my answer to that is, look, this is crowdfunding. There is no product in crowdfunding. It's the same as if you're using GoFundMe. Apart from GoFundMe, you got to put a story together and show somebody a story. But the bottom line is someone's going to send you funds. That's all that People's Project is. The second thing I hear is, oh, it's a pyramid because it looks like a pyramid shape. The first thing I would say about that is that every business in the world or every organization in the world is formed in a pyramid shape. You'll have a CEO at the top, you'll have your directors, your managers, and then you're going to have your workforce. They're all pyramid shaped. The beautiful thing about the People's Project is the funds only ever go down 2 levels. And if you listen closely when I said that when you re-enter, you go back into the system, you're probably going to go back into underneath someone who's just started. If this was some kind of pyramid where the money goes all the way to the top, you would just sit there at the top, taking in all the funds. But it doesn't happen because you have to come right back in on a brand new board number 1 under somebody that's just started. You might have been in this 6 months. Somebody might have been in this 6 hours. You complete a board, you come back in, you go underneath them. You're now supporting that brand new person. So hopefully from that, you see, well, that becomes very, very user-friendly. It's there for everybody. It works for everybody. As long as you work, as long as you share it with people, this will work for you because it's code. It works for everybody. It's not, there's no personalities, it's software. You bring in you share this with 2 people, you will go onto board number 1. You help your 2 people get onto board number 1, and then they help their 2 get onto board number 1. You've completed your board number 1 and you move to board number 2. You help your people on board number 1 also come to board number 2, pushes you to board number 3. They're going to help their people get onto board number 2, pushes you to board number 4. So it really is a real organic team build. It's one of the fairest systems I've ever seen, and I've been around myself quite a while. So are there any questions in the chat that the guys can read out, and I'll answer them live in front of everybody right now?
No questions, buddy. We'll ask people if you want to unmute your mic and just ask Colin anything you like.
Yep, if you want to put your hand up, if you've got a question you'd like to ask me, by all means, put your hand up or just unmute your mic and ask away, and I will answer the question to the best of my ability, if anybody's got any questions. And what I would say is that timing is everything when you look at Christmas is coming now. I know people are panicking now. How am I going to survive this Christmas?
Nina, unmute your mic, please.
So the People's Project works for everybody.
Sorry.
Okay, Nina. Hi, Nina.
Hi, Colin. Thanks for the presentation. Great, as usual.
Thank you.
Are we all over the world in this, or is it certain countries? I can't remember what you said before.
Yeah, this is truly a global opportunity. It's for anybody all over the world. All they need is access to the internet and $28 US to get involved.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Anybody else got a question they'd like to ask? Somebody asked me, how long will this last? Well, that's a great question. I've no idea how long this will last. All I know is that the blueprint has been around for 15 years without using the power of the internet. And I look at what's going on in the world today, and I see that people need this more than ever. I know I need it. I know a lot of other people need it. I don't think we're that unusual. I think everybody needs the People's Project.
Colin, I had a great question the other day.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
When I first joined, which was just over 3 months ago, there were 2,000 people in the global team. What's that standing at now, 3 months later, buddy?
Excellent. The last time I asked the question, I know we're over 10,000 members or 10,000 people in the community. Last time I asked, and that was probably about 3 weeks ago. So I'm not sure where we are now. But I can see just in my own team that we're building that there are tons and tons of people joining every day. So this is, and I've only got a small team globally. There are others that probably have bigger teams than me. You know, so yeah, the timing of the People's Project is now, and it works for everybody.
And I think the team, the Financial Freedom team in the UK, hit a bit of a record today. We actually completed 50 new accounts today in one day, which
there you go.
Pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
Pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
So congratulations, all the team that are on here tonight. Thank you for coming and supporting Colin, our mentor.
Fantastic. Nice one. There you go. So any other questions? Anybody got any questions for me? I am a community member, same as everybody else. It's just that I like to look a bit deeper at how these things work. And it's without doubt one of the strongest things I've seen. So if there's no other questions, I thank you for joining me on this call. If you're brand new, I urge you to get back to the person who's invited you. If another question comes up, get your questions answered. This isn't going away. It's just getting stronger and stronger. If you know you can help people with an opportunity like this, then please share it with as many people as you can. You just got to go from one step to the other. If you're in the holding tank today, you've got to get out that holding tank, get onto board number one. When you're on board number one, help your 2 people get onto board number one. Teach that system, they will help their 2, and you will all succeed. It's not me, it's we, if that makes sense. Okay, so I will stop recording.